So, if you guys don't know, I was pretty excited about playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. I'm a huge fan, still am even after this bad experience, of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So, I didn't trust the game fully because they hadn't actually released a review copy. Activision had not sent any of the game reviewers any copies of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, and normally this means that it is a subpar game, but I still had my hopes up. I still had them up there, but just because I'm a fan of it, I went and rented it from Redbox for the Xbox One just to try out something, not necessarily saying that it's worse on PlayStation or better on PlayStation. I just happened to see it on Redbox for the Xbox One, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And everything I'm saying is applying to the Xbox One version of the game, keep that in mind. But it seems like reports have been coming in that it is pretty much the same across the board. So I am extremely pumped, ready to play this game, ready to come back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater after 13 years. It's been 13 years since the last one was released, and I put the game in and started it up to see this. Bruh. So keep in mind that what you just saw was 3 back-to-back attempts to get this game to run on the Xbox One, literally freezing on the Activision screen. The literally first developer-publisher thing that pops up whenever you put the game in, it keeps freezing on that. And under certain circumstances, I wouldn't be as upset as I am right now. Mainly because there was as much time as they needed to get this game right. They had as much time as they wanted to make sure that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 ran smoothly, because the audience that it's serving is more or less kind of a cultish audience, just because we didn't have a time frame set for this. It has been 13 years since the last Pro Skater game. Now, if for say a new Call of Duty comes out and it is extremely buggy on day one, that's understandable, because normally the developer has some kind of pressed time frame to try and get that game out. That's half of the reason why Battlefield 4 was so rough around the edges, because they had that release date and it wasn't ready, and that's just how it happens. But everyone kind of understood because the developer was crunched for a release date. Literally, they could have put this sucker out on the next generation of consoles, and we would have all still run back to it just because we want that classic gameplay. I'm sure that my problem will be fixed with a patch in the next couple of weeks, maybe months at, most. But it's just really disappointing to me, because Activision should have realized that the audience they're serving has no problem with waiting. If the game was crashing and they were too ashamed to send out a review copy, then, just go ahead and put it off until next year, maybe even next summer, whenever kids are getting out of school looking for something new to play. Boom, skateboarding game. Would have made tons of money if it was done correctly. But this day one stuff where it's messing up and I can't even play the game, that's a problem across the board, something that definitely shouldn't happen, and something that is extremely disappointing for someone like me who is a huge fan of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Severely disappointed, and that's all I have to say.